welcome back to the Spider's Web, and in this video we're going to be finishing off our Overseer. But first I wanted to have a look at this, because this is the one we put the hard coat on, and as you can see, I'm hoping you can see anyway, where I've applied the hard coat in these areas, there is a really glossy shine to them. But, you know, I'm quite impressed, I really am, so I'm glad I bought some now to try it. Also, I've gone over these areas where the red was still showing through. I went over with Iron Breaker. These areas I need to go over with red again, but we can do that as time goes on. That's not an issue. I just don't want to forget, really. Right, so what are we doing next? Well, as I said, I wanted to get a gold and silver areas on these done. So let's get on, shall we? So what we're trying to do is highlight all the gold areas, which isn't too difficult because they are quite prominent, and the idea is everywhere that we went over with the Balthazar gold gets going over with the Auric armor gold, which is what we're using now. Just realised that these things on his thigh here, I'm going to do in a different way altogether. So I'm going to bring in some Iron Breaker now, for no other reason than I can, really. And as I say, this is Iron Breaker. This is the one we're doing here. And I'm just going to get a very small amount on the brush. It's going to be put on, wiped off, and then applied. I'm just going to touch up a little in some areas with Iron Breaker just to give it that little extra glint of metal. There we are. That's that bit done. I'm also going to do the prongs on his staff. This is not going to stay metal. I have plans for this. I'm hoping I can do it reasonably well, and I'm also going to go over the pipe work here. And yes, I know it does look a little bit clean and unblemished. I am going to be going over this part with rusting effects though, so don't worry, it's not going to look like this for long. Now, what else I said I was going to do was, now some of these areas that have torn edges, we're going to go around and do a form of edge highlighting on them, just to show that they've been and I don't usually do it like this in my Warhammer 40k stuff. You've seen videos where I've done stuff like this, and I've done it a completely different way, but this is just going to be thinking anyway, covered up anyway, so I'm not really I'm not going to spend ages trying to do all the effects that I did on the other bits, on the Warhammer 40k stuff that I was doing, because honestly there's not really much point. Now what I want to do is into my fang that I have on my wet palette. We're just going to touch up a few places here and there where we think the light is going to be hitting. So that's all the fang we're going to be using for highlights. Back to the iron breaker, and I'll do that little bit that I said I'd forgotten about. Have you worked out where it is? The pan blaster. Saying pan blaster, it's not called a pan blaster, it's oh dear, what's it called? It's called a charge glove. So there. Okay, so null oil, that's what we're looking for now. Did I put it back in the, I did. I put it back in the thingy. And what we're going to go over with the null oil is the staff, because I want it a different shade to his main armour, which is why it's getting an extra wash, just to dull down. And then where else is going to be done? Is on this part, dull down the metal areas. You can use, if you wish, Agrag Shade. More the Drakenhof Nightshade, I suppose, but I want it to be looking really grimy, which is why I'm using the null oil. Okay, that's that done. Now, next, I said I was going to do something a little different on the hip sockets with this, and that comes in the shape of a pot of Evil Sun Scarlet. And what we're going to be doing is, in fact, I am going to change brushes for this, because I want a fine brush. Where is it gone? There it is. It's a fairly fine brush. I know really you shouldn't be using this straight out of the pot, but that's what I'm going to do there. I'm also going to do here. I'm also going to do this hip. And the middle of the charge glove weapon. I don't know really what I should have done. I was gone over it with Null Oil first, but not to worry. Next, Troll Slayer Orange. And that's going to be done. Same again, just here. And it's just for a little spot here and there on the, oops, sorry, I haven't realised I've gone off camera then. And then right in the middle of that, and then we'll wash that, and we'll get out the Flash Gitch Yellow, this one, and right in the middle of the charge glove weapon, a spot of the yellow, like so. And now the staff weapon we're going to be using is, now I've got some new paints. I've got Screamer Pink and I've got Emperor's Children. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use first of all Screamer Pink on my palette, and then Emperor's Children on my palette. Okay, so I've mixed some of the Emperor's Children with the Screamer Pink, and first I'm going to go with the Screamer Pink. And then straight into the Emperor's Children, the lightest of the pink. Oops. And just on the top, just dab right at the very tips. There we are. Now I'm going to do that bit there as well, right in the middle. And now the final touches for this, we're going to go back to our hard coat, and I'm going to put a coating over this, a coating over this, a coating over this, and right in there. I'm also going to put a coating over this bit in the middle, and that's the model finished. What I want to do now, however, is using Rhinox hide and black, and we just dab at that. As I was saying, you're not going to see much of the metal. It's just there to add that colour, that little bit of a shine to it, so it's not actually there to actually colour it, it's just there to shine through the gaps in this, which is why I wasn't going to any great amount of detail to do that like I would have done if it was a vehicle or some such. Right, that's that bit done. Finally, what we need to do is rust up the metal areas, and with that it's the usual case of typhus corrosion, along with, when I can find it, riser rust. Typhus corrosion goes all over the burnt metal parts. We're not being very subtle with this because it's burnt metal, it's going to be all over. However, we are not going to be going all over it with the riser rust. We're just going to do the top areas and leave the rest to go into shadow. That's that. Next job is to apply the base in my basing material around the edges, and that's it for the overseer. And as you can see, those areas are looking quite shiny where I've applied the yard coat. So I'm going to finish off now just by adding the riser rust, so you can see how it's going to look. Get it on the brush, scrape some off, and then just gently waft over and allow the model with the typhus corrosion has been to take off what it wants. There we are. And that's almost finished. As I say, the only thing that needs doing now is the base. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like the models. I think what I am going to do though, before I go any further, is just add a little bit more of the fine detail to this by doing an edge highlight of the Troll Slayer orange over these areas, because it does look a little flat. There we go. That's it then for this video. As I say, I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you like what I've done. Always welcome comments. Always try my best to reply to comments. That's it. What I just can't seem to get to grips with at the moment is the positioning on the camera. But it's one of those things that, oh dear, I keep thinking I get the hang of it and then all of a sudden it just goes completely, but never mind. So that's it for this video. As I say, next time when we come back, we're going to be doing the automated drones. This will be finished and ready to show you, but as I said, the subjects of the video are them. So until next time, as always, hope you enjoyed it. Take care, God bless, and bye for now.